Hi there, everyone. This is Adrian from Results Rehab and Performance. Hope you all are doing well today. So I figured for one of my first videos, I would show you guys kind of what my home gym setup looks like. So I do work out primarily out of a home gym. By primarily, I mean almost exclusively. I've been working out in a home gym now for probably about 4 years-ish. And I just over time slowly have added to it. I know a lot of people like seeing other people's home gyms and what they have, and tips and tricks to making a home gym great and saving space and things like that. So hopefully I can provide that. So I've slowly built up my home gym, like I said, over about 4 years, and I'm pretty happy with it as of right now. I know a lot of the kind of home gym community people kind of have the idea of buy things nice the first time and you don't have to buy it twice, and I do totally understand that. But as someone who is kind of a cost saving, kind of a cheap person, I always try and find ways that I can save money, and if that means buying a little bit less expensive equipment but taking good care of it, I am fine with that. I don't really feel the need to have a ton of high-end name brand things, but I do try and shop local when I can. So a lot of my gym equipment is local to my area, which I am quite proud of. My whole view on my gym equipment is I would, my whole thing, especially for example with my barbells and my squat rack, which you will see, is I wanted to buy an ineffective, or not ineffective, but an inexpensive version of the equipment first, and take really good care of it. And if I got to the point where it actually impeded my progress, like the barbell couldn't hold enough or I broke it, then I would buy something nice. But as long as the cheaper version was able to help me continue to hit my goals, then I didn't feel the need to upgrade. So I went for more cost savings versions of certain pieces of gym equipment, and then if I ever outgrew them or broke them, then I would get something nice. But until then, why not save the money? I'd be considered a fairly strong person, not an overly strong person, like not in like the high-end powerlifting sense, obviously. My best, recent lifts would be a 500-pound deadlift, a 405 squat, and a 290 on the bench press. So, nothing to write home about by any means, but, for the general community, those would be considered, decent lifts. But in the powerlifting world or in the YouTube fitness world, obviously not so much. But I'm not built to be an overly heavy, strong lifter. But for my equipment, I've never had anything really fail on me. So let's begin. I'll take you guys through some of my gym equipment here as I turn my camera around. So if we start here, you'll see the rack that I have on the wall for my barbells here. So if we look at the bottom here at my safety squat bar, that's just from a local store here called Physique Fitness. That bar was about $150 Canadian, so it wasn't too bad. It weighs 45 pounds. I use it occasionally, and I do really enjoy it. That second bar there, so that bar is from Fitness Depot. That's a Northern Lights bar. So once again, another local brand here. I believe that bar is only about $150. And that bar I use for my regular everyday, I use it for my benching, for my squatting. That's the bar where I hit my 290 bench and my 405 squat. So the knurling on it is very light. That was the first piece of equipment that I bought where I said, Kate, once I break it or it starts to not be what I need, then I will upgrade to a more expensive barbell. But up to present, it is doing fine. And the knurling is really light. It's not very aggressive whatsoever, but it's been a fine bar so far. I do take really good care of it. I use a 3-in-1 oil on it. We come up close to kind of where I tend to grip for my benching and my squatting. We do see it's starting to wear. But I've been using this bar multiple times a week for roughly 4 years now. So it's doing not too bad. I'm still straight, which is fantastic. It weighs 45 pounds. And if that bar does ever break, then I'll likely upgrade to either a Bales of Steel bar or maybe a Rogue bar. But I would like to stay somewhat local, so I'll likely go with the Bales of Steel. If we go above that bar there to the next bar there, So that bar is by a brand called Tydax, Tydadax. They're another relatively local company to me that makes gym equipment. So that bar has a moderate knurling. The only things I use that bar for are for deadlifting and for rows. The only real reason is because it has a slightly more aggressive knurling. It's a regular 45-pound bar. I would call it the knurling on that light to medium. Like, I wouldn't quite say it is medium, but light to medium, kind of in between there. And that's the bar that I've deadlifted 500 pounds on. So that bar holds a soft spot in my heart. What's interesting is what I did notice is that bar does have a bit of a bend to it. It's hard to see it in this video, but all my deadlifting on it did make the bar bend a little bit. I don't remember the retail on that bar. I actually bought it from a friend, but I do not believe it was more than a couple $100. So another economy bar there. If we move up above that, I just have a couple metal poles that I use for stretching. Then we have an easy curl bar and a T-bar row for my barbell. All pretty good. So those are my general barbell collection. If we go down here, we get more to the weights. So if we go to my dumbbells there, I have dumbbells that go from 2, 5, 10, 15, 25. And then on the right there, those are 40s, 60s, and 75s. So I don't have any too heavy dumbbells. Anything above that I would need, I just go to a barbell. I'm a pretty a barbell centric person anyway, and I'll discuss my own programming in a separate video. As we move on, we have some 1-inch plates there, which I use for some of like machine work and cable work and things like that. We have an ab roller. We have the dip station, and we have I never know what those things are called, little sliding feet plates. If we turn here, we kind of get to the majority of the exciting stuff in the gym here. This is where most of the action happens, obviously. So right there, I have a Bells of Steel light commercial squat rack. I believe this rack is their 3.0 or 3.1 version, something like that. So it's a few years old. They don't make this one anymore. They make a very similar one. It uses 2x3. It uses 2.3 by 2.3 inch uprights with 1-inch holes. Obviously, we have the nice safety spot arms there. A pull-up rack up top there. I really like the Bells of Steel's products. I have a bunch, well, not a bunch, but a decent amount of other stuff. I will be getting more moving forward. I do have, they have a nice cross cable attachment for this, which I used for years, and I do really like it. But in the idea of saving space in the gym, I actually took it down and I actually broke it apart, and I kind of made it into a couple of hanging racks here that are attached up here actually. So I can hang things off them. And what I did, if we go back over here, is I took these parts from that cable crossover, and now I have some hanging pulleys, so I can still do cable crossover stuff, but without the footprint on the ground. Obviously, we see in the back, I have some random equipment on the wall, just my weightlifting belt and some other things like it. Things like that. Come over here, I have my glute ham raise, which is also from Tydax. So I think the logo's on the other side, but yeah, it's a Tydax glute ham raise. It's an awesome piece of equipment. Obviously, you see, I am Canadian, so I have the Toronto Raptors championship banner there. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a basketball fan with all the jerseys everywhere. Besides that, under there, I just have some foam rollers, things like that. I have a leg extension attachment that goes with my Fitness Debo adjustable bench here. If we move over here, I have some of my weight plates. Obviously, I have a few bumpers and then some regular steel plates. Those steel plates are just random colors because I painted them one day when I was bored. Those are all 45s, and then I have 25s on the bottom. I have some 2.5s and some 5s, and then some more 10s over there. I do have some other plates kind of lying around, and I occasionally give away some plates to friends as I continue to kind of upgrade. I will likely be switching to probably all bumpers soon, and I'll likely be giving away some of these plates to my friends also. As we move here, sound system, have a bunch of gym equipment hanging on the walls, which is stuff, more jerseys, records boards, things like that. And then what I really like here, if you can tell, is under this mat here, I have 3 meter by 3 meter zebra athletic jiu-jitsu puzzle mats that are 40 millimeters thick. So I do like to train. Jiu-jitsu. I'm not very good, but I do like to do it. It's a fantastic sport. And so I use those mats to do some drilling and things like that, and also to warm up and even stretching and things like that. So my gym's kind of broken up into the stretching, kind of mobility jiu-jitsu section, and then the weightlifting section. And then I have some mats here because my dog, as you'll see right there, it's my dog. She likes to run on this, and to stop her from destroying the mats, I put this mat here just to cover it. Then I have some more cables and some more pulleys and things like that. Besides that, that is the whole gym as it is right now. I do have a treadmill and a rower in another part of my gym in a separate room. So those do get used occasionally. Not as much as I probably should be using them, but they do get used. I also had a reverse hyper that I used for a while, and then I gave that away to a friend. And besides that, I have some other random knick-knack pieces of gym equipment and I have a couple other things on order. So I hope you guys found that helpful. If you have any questions about any of the gym equipment or want any tips and tricks about how to kind of make the space work, if I could say one thing with gym equipment for a home gym is get things off the ground, put it on the walls. It makes the space feel so much larger and cleaner and less cluttered. So that's why I put my barbells on the wall. I put some racks up to hold things. It just made the floor so much better. Oh, the other important thing actually is my deadlift platform here. Can't forget that. So I built this deadlift platform. It's 2 4x8 pieces of wood, and then a 4x4 in the middle, and then a stall mat on each side cut to 4x2. It's a fantastic platform. It's moved with me from my last 2 houses now, and it's where I deadlifted 500 pounds, and where I continue to use, and it'll last forever. But yeah, I can't forget that. It's a very important piece of equipment for me. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out. Once again, my name is Adrian from Results Rehab and Performance. Thank you so much, and have a great day.